Hello out there, and welcome back to Finding My Way. Sophia here. Finally, I'm back after being out for quite some time. I have an excuse though. I was battling a pretty bad cold, and I even lost my voice for a while, which made it impossible to record an episode. But I'm glad to be back and starting off fresh and just looking ahead to all that 2025 has in store for me. When I last left off, I was in a whirlwind of emotions. No role, no direction, and a sense of identity slipping away with the loss of my job. It felt like a domino effect, one piece falling after another. And at the end of that chain, me, stuck, confused, and drowning in the word failure. I let that word take over my mind and heart, convincing myself that I was defined by what I had lost. The day after it all came crashing down, I woke up disappointed, yet buried under the weight of it all. There was a small glimmer of relief, a sense of lightness I couldn't explain at the time. Now, I know it was God. But back then, instead of embracing that relief, relying on that relief, I dove headfirst into fixing everything. I updated my cover letter, resume, applied for countless roles, signed up for upskilling courses, finding certifications to make me look better, anything that I could find. On paper, I was doing everything right. Emotionally, though, I was a complete mess. I didn't want to acknowledge the loss or give myself space to grieve. I thought that if I kept moving, I could somehow outpace the sadness. But instead, I went numb. I shut down the part of me that needed care and grace, all in the name of staying productive. And even now, I'm still nurturing that side of me I neglected for so long. It's a process, but I'm learning to give myself the grace I withheld back then. After months of applying and interviewing, nothing clicked. I gave software engineering 6 more months of my life, but deep down, I knew that I wanted to change. So in classic Sophia fashion, I pivoted. I took a leap of faith, or maybe a leap of stubbornness, and dove into UX design. I was ready for a fresh start, ready to slam the door on software engineering and bolt it shut. But here's the thing about closed doors. Sometimes life nudges you to crack them open again. When I sought out mentorship in UX design, the famous question always came up. Sophia, what did you do before this? And every time I had to mumble, software engineering, followed by the well-meaning but frustrating response. Why would you want to switch? Most people dream of becoming a software engineer. Each time I heard that, it stung a little more. I wanted to leave that chapter behind me, but it kept finding its way back into the conversation. And maybe that's because God wasn't done teaching me something through it. Even in my stubbornness, He was working. He placed angels in my life, friends, mentors, and even strangers who kept reminding me that I wasn't alone. They saw value in me when I couldn't see it in myself. Looking back, I see how much I tried to power through on my own strength without leaning on God. But even when I wasn't praying, reading the Bible, or fasting, God didn't give up on me. He knew that I was teetering on the edge of isolation, and He pulled me back in ways that I wasn't expecting. So here's what I've learned. Sometimes life doesn't need fixing. Sometimes it needs feeling. And as I continue to find my way, I'm learning to embrace the messy, yet beautiful process of trusting in God's timing, even when it doesn't match my own. And with that, thank you so much for listening, and I ask that you please subscribe to Finding My Way. I'll talk to you soon.